Hello students, good morning. So I hope you all are doing fine. So in the last class we started up with a new chapter, that is organizing, whereas we discussed about the definition, meaning and also the importance of organizing. So in today's class we will discuss about organizational structure. Okay, there are mainly of two types and we will learn in detail. First let us know what do you mean, what is meant by organization structure. So organization structure is nothing but which defines the framework within which managerial and operating tasks are to be performed. So each and every organization have their managerial as well as the operation tasks to be performed. In the planning process itself, as I told you all before, everything will be planned and scheduled properly, isn't it? Organizing is a process of doing the task properly. So here it defines the framework. It will find out what work has to be done by whom, and managerial as well as the operation task should be performed. So here it tells about the relationship between the people, work and resources. So here without people you cannot run the organization, or without resources you cannot do the proper work, isn't it? So it tells about the relationship, which person has to do what work and what work has been assigned to the particular individual person. So here it tells about the relationship between the people, work as well as the resources which they are going to use. Next, it is essential for ensuring smooth flow of communication and better control. So it helps here to the organization for the smooth flow of communication between the people in the organization, that is nothing but the coordination as well as the better control. It helps to control the activities, whereas duplication of work will be not there. So which helps to increase the profitability. So each and every organization aim is to achieve the organizational goals as well as to earn profit. So through the proper organizing structure, it helps to achieve the organizational goals as well as to increase the profitability. Now we will move on to the types of organizational structure. So here these are the two main types of organization structure. The first one here is functional structure and the second one is divisional structure. Now we will discuss about the first main type, is that is nothing but functional structure, whereas this question will be asked for your 2 marks. Okay, in this we will discuss about the meaning, what do you mean by functional structure, as well as the advantages, disadvantages and for which type of company it is suitable. Now coming to the grouping the job of similar nature and organizing its major function as separate department is called functional structure, whereas a particular product where it is manufacturing of a particular product and whereas it has a separate departments in it is known as functional structure. For example, coming to manufacturing concern, division of work into key functions will be include like production, marketing, finance, purchase and personnel. For example, if I am running a cosmetic manufacturing, so here I am an owner of the cosmetic manufacturing, whereas I have to divide them into groups, isn't it? My main aim is of cosmetics, whereas I can't do all the work by myself, isn't it? So here functional structure mainly speaks about the production department. Production department will be different, marketing will be different, finance will be different and purchase and personnel will be different. It is of similar product but has different departments involved in it is known as functional structure. I hope you all got some idea about it. Let me repeat you all again. So grouping the job of similar and organizing the major function as separate department, that is nothing but the same for the same product as the separate department in that. For example, like production, marketing, finance, purchase and personnel. As I told you all, if I am running a cosmetic industry, whereas I have to divide them into groups into production, marketing, finance, purchase and personnel, so that it will be in a smooth manner where there will be no duplication of work as well as the work will go in a smooth manner. That is a systematic way to achieve the organizational goals. Now we will discuss about the advantages as well as the disadvantages of functional structure. So now moving on to the advantages as well as the disadvantages of functional structure. Now let us learn the advantages. What are the advantages as well as the disadvantages? So in each and everything there will be advantages as well as the limitations. So now we will discuss about the advantages. So the first advantages here is occupation specialization. If a person is working in the organization, if for example if he is in the production department or if he is in the finance department, so it will help him to be an specialist in his work, as I am discussing you all from the previous itself. So what occupation he is doing, so it will help him to be a specialist in his work. So through this functional structure, whereas it is particularly only about if he is in the finance sector itself, so it will make him to learn more about the things as well as he can be a specialist in his work. So that is the first main advantages of functional structure. So the second one here is promotes efficiency in utilization of manpower and improves employee performance. So main purpose here it is, it promotes the efficiency of the work as well as it helps to achieve in the organizational goals, and for the employees' performance will be increased. Okay, the third one is it helps to control and coordination with the departments as they are divided into groups like production department, marketing department, then purchase department, like that. So here it helps to have a control where the manager plays a very important role. So it helps to have a control and have a coordination with other departments. So next here is avoids duplication of work. So here it avoids the duplication of work where the proper schedules will be done. So what work and who has to do the work and what type of work he has to do. So it will reduce the duplication of the work and increase the sales. Okay, and it helps to increase the profit. So as I told you, the main purpose of each and every organization is to achieve the organizational goals and to earn profit. So it helps to increase the profit in the organization, and it helps to increasing the managerial and operational efficiency. So the organization structure mainly speaks about the efforts which they put, that it increases the managerial as well as the operational efficiency of the organization. So I hope you all got some idea about the advantages. Now moving on to the disadvantages of the functional structure. So the first and the foremost disadvantage here is leads to problem in coordination as information has to be exchanged with different departments. So each and every human being working in the organization will not have the same mentality. Why? Because they differ from one person to another person here. So it may lead to a coordination. So organization is mainly focused on the coordination of group activities and the group tasks. If the coordination fails, then it will be a problem in the organization. So here it leads to a coordination here, and while exchanging the information from one department to another department. So here all the department will be linked, isn't it? For example, as I told you, all cosmetic manufacturing, whereas the production, marketing, purchase, everything will be linked with one another. Finance department, okay, which will be linked with one another. If they fail to have a coordination between the teams, between the departments, so then it will lead a problem in the organization. So that is the disadvantages of the functional structure. Second one is dispute may arise between two or more departments when there is no proper coordination. So it is similar to the first advantage itself, whereas two or more departments, as I told you, there are many departments in the organization. So if the problem arises with two or more departments when the work is not proper coordinated and where there is no coordination between the departments, so then it may lead to a disadvantages, or it may lead to a problem in the organization. So the third one here is it concentrate department objective then overall objective of the enterprise. For example, production department, where the production manager mainly focuses on the production department first and then the objective of the enterprise. So that will lead to a problem. So each and every individual or each and every manager who are working in the organization first should think about the enterprise, how to achieve the organizational goals. So what the individual person or the production manager or finance manager, what he will do, first he will focus on his department and then he gives importance to the overall objective. So that that may lead to a problem in the organization structure. Then the next disadvantages here is it may lead to inflexibility, where people of same skill and knowledge may develop narrow thinking, okay, where it is not flexible, where one individual person have the same skill of knowledge of the another person, it may lead to a what? Narrow thinking. So likewise egoistic, isn't it? So that problem may arise in the organization. So then it will go lesser in the organization, whereas the proper flow of organization will not be, management will not be proper. What are the advantages as well as the disadvantages of functional structure? Here functional structure mainly focuses on the similar product with different departments, as I told you as an example of cosmetics. So it is a similar product with the different departments in that organization, whereas they have the advantages of also as well as disadvantages also. So now we are done with the advantages as well as the disadvantages of the functional structure. Now we will see for which type of companies it is suitable. So here as this question will be asked for your 1 marks. Okay. So here when the size of the organization is large, has diversified activity, is suitable for this type of functional structure. Okay, now next year is chart showing functional organization structure, whereas this is your practical oriented question. So this is a chart showing functional organization structure. So please make a note of it, whereas you have the managing director and also divided into groups. As I told you all, for example, cosmetic company where it has been divided into groups. Okay, for your human resources department is there, whereas it will be directly divided into another types of groups. So marketing department, research and development, as well as the production department. So this is a chart showing functional organization structure. So the second main important type here is divisional structure, whereas this also will be asked for your 2 marks. So divisional structure means grouping activities on the basis of product manufactured is known as division structure of organization. For example, if a company may have divisions like where the company is involved in garments, production of garments, food products, cosmetics, footwear and skincare, etc. So if a particular company, a large company who is involved in these activities with division where they are into garment sectors, also into food products and cosmetics, footwear or skincare, so that company will be known as the divisional structure, whereas there will be a division manager where he has to take all the profit and losses in the organization. For example, if I am running an organization of footwear, okay, garments, food products as well as the footwear and skincare, so I have many divisions all around India. Well, likewise I have a company in the north, south, east and west. So then what will happen is I have made a division. So I will be the main in charge. So I have made them into division, okay, and I have given some in charge to the divisional manager. So the particular divisional manager will be in charge for each and everything in the organization which they are running. For example, like manufacturing, product purchasing, research and development, sales and other departments, where that division manager will be in charge of each and everything, as well as all the profit and losses which occurs by the organization also we will be the in charge of each and everything. So that is known as divisional structure. I repeat again. So divisional structure is nothing but grouping activities on the basis of product manufactured is known as divisional structure. For example, a company may have a division like garments, food products, footwears, cosmetics as well as the skin products. So the division head will be in charge for all the functional structure as we discussed in before functional structure. So the division head will be in charge for each and everything which occurs in his enterprise. As I give you all example, like which I am running an organization. So I have division of departments in India also, where the division head will be in charge for each and everything there. So if my skincare products are in some other north place, so there I will appoint a division manager there. So he will be in charge for everything, profit and losses as well as manufacturing, research and development. So he will be the division manager and he will take care of each and everything, and as well as the profit and losses which occurs in the enterprise, he will be in charge for that. Now we will move on to the advantages as well as the disadvantages of divisional structure. So now we will discuss about the advantages as well as the disadvantages of divisional structure. Now moving on to the advantages, the first one here is division heads are accountable for profit. As I told you all, each and every division, the person in head will be accountable for profit as well as the losses in the organization. So it helps to identify and fix the responsibility of poor performance. Okay, so where the each and every division head is in charge for is profit and losses, whereas there will be more divisions across, so it will help the main organization to fix the responsibility of poor performance. It will evaluate the performance of one division with the another division, so that it will be easy for the organization to see where the profit has been increased, so which division has the more profit and which the sales is low. Okay, that is an advantage where it can be easily identified by the organization. So second one here is it facilitates expansion growth as new division can be added. If the organization, if the division is running good, if it is in a good and achieving their targets, so it will help to add on, or expansion and growth will be there with the new division of work will be added with organization structure. Next here is it helps in product specialization. Here the division head will be in charge of its organization, so it will help him and the employees to be in the helps to specialist in the work, that is nothing but product specialization. So in which product and what particular product they are using, so he can be specialist in that work. So that is an advantages of the divisional structure. Next here it helps in decision making. So the here it helps the organization to make proper decision where they are divided into groups all around the country. Okay, so it will help him to make decision where he can evaluate the performance of one division with the another division and see which is going in a good manner and which is increasing their sales and good in their efficiency and which is low in their efficiency. So it helps him to see all the decision making easily. Now moving on to the disadvantages. Disadvantages here is conflict may arise with different division with reference to allocation of funds. So as I told you, there are many types of divisions there. So a conflict may arise from one division to another division in the allocation of funds. So if the organization is providing fund for this division, so he has to provide fund for this division also. So it may lead to a conflict may arise from one division to the another division. Next is conflict may arise in a particular division, maximize the profit as the cost of other division. If one organization is doing well, if one division of work is doing well, so it may leads to a maximum profit where another will be in a low. So their conflict may arise. Okay, next it may ignore organizational interest where the division department, as I told you, divisional structure, whereas divisions are made where they mainly concentrate on their division, on their sector, so then it may ignore the organizational interest also. So they particularly focus on their organization or their department or division, so then it may lead to a ignorance of organizational interest. Next is it may lead to increase in the cost. Okay, providing each division with separate setup, similar function increases expenditure. So the organization has to give some setup to the division which they are doing, isn't it? So it provides each division with separate setup, so it may lead to an increase in the cost and the similar function where the division has to be made. So these are the advantages as well as the disadvantages of divisional structure. So now we will discuss about the suitability of divisional structure as we studied about the advantages as well as the disadvantages. Now we will see for which type of company it is suitable. It is suitable for those business organization where the target variety of products are being manufactured. So this will be asked for your 1 marks question. So next here is the chart showing divisional and functional organization structure, whereas this is also your practical oriented question. Okay, here managing director will be there, whereas he is into cosmetics, garments, footwear as well as the skincare products, where he is into this type of products, where there it will be divided into functional structure, that is nothing but human resources, marketing, research and development, and as well as the purchasing, where the divisional head will be in charge for this functional structure, as I thought you all. So where the managing director is involved in cosmetics, garments and footwear and skincare products, where he is manufacturing all these products, whereas that will be divided again into a functional structure, where the division head will be in charge. He will be in charge of human resources, marketing, research and development as well as the purchasing. So this will be asked for your practical oriented question. So now moving on to the difference between functional and divisional structure, whereas this question will be asked for your 2 marks. So here are on the basis functional structure and divisional structure. On the basis of formulation, it is formed on the basis on function. As I told you, one particular product, where there will be divisions in that. Okay, divisions are departments, whereas divisional structure, it is formed on the basis on product manufacture. What product they are actually manufacturing, on that basis it will be formulated. Okay, next is specialization. Here is functional specialization will be there, whereas particular function, likewise as I told you all, there will be departments in that, production department, marketing department, isn't it? Likewise it will be functional specialization, whereas here it will be product specialization, on which product they are going to do. Next is responsibility, difficult to fix on the department, whereas here in the divisional structure, easy to fix responsibility for performance. Okay, so these are the main important differences between the functional and the divisional structure, whereas this will be asked for your 2 marks. So today in this class we mainly discussed about the organization structure, what is organization structure, as well as the types of organizational structure, whereas there are of 2 types, that is functional structure as well as the divisional structure. Whereas functional structure, it is mainly focused on a particular product which has the different department in it, whereas the divisional structure, where the particular company is manufacturing into different types of products. So in the next class we will move on to the another topic. So have a good day. Thank you.